Let's look at how the Asian markets have opened up, given that the US markets, they closed a bit mixed, right? So we're talking about the Asian markets right now, whether you look at the Taiwan index or the Hang Seng. Let's pull that up. Taiwan index as well as the Hang Seng right now is seeing a bit of a cut in terms of the Hang Seng. That's down around 2/10 to 0.3%. Most of the Asian markets right now have opened up a bit lower in today's trading session. So whether you look at the ASX 200, that's down almost 0.2%. Nikkei, that's the Japanese index, that's down 0.3%. And Shanghai also is opening with cuts of almost 0.4%. Taiwan index, that's the one that's managing to hold on to gains of almost 0.6%. So we have a bit of a mixed opening that we're keeping an eye out on in the Asian markets. Now let's pull the Nifty implied open. What's the indication that we have coming in there? That's also indicating a slight bit of a positive start for the Indian market. So we're watching out for a 60-point uptick for the Nifty. So keep an eye out on that. A mixed opening for the Asian markets. But a lot that happened in the global markets, the last leg of few earnings that came in as well. So to set you up for trade, tell you which are the important stocks to watch out for, what's happening in the world of F&O. We have a team of research joining in with us for that. First up, let's go across to Vivek, who's joining us to tell us all the important market cues that we are keeping an eye out on today. Good morning, Vivek.
Well, good morning. Quite a few things to track, but we've reached the last leg as far as the earnings season is concerned. So whole host of results that we were tracking largely comes to a close. Now, when you talk about the kind of handover that we've seen, US market ended Friday session on a slightly subdued note. Nasdaq, in fact, witnessed profit booking. Now, however, oil prices actually managed to jump over 2%. This on the back of the fact that a major Russian port actually halted the oil exports on the back of an attack that it witnessed. Indian markets last week managed to snap a 2-week losing streak. In fact, we actually saw the biggest weekly gains in over 5 months. Sensex, Nifty as well as the mid-cap index managed to gain over 2%. And remember, Bank Nifty and mid-cap index actually during the week managed to hit intraday high levels. Now, all of the sectoral indices managed to end with gains, and Friday, in fact, well, the fifth straight session of gains, aided largely by a last hour rally that we saw. In terms of what to watch out for today's trading session, earnings reaction, quite a few numbers. Tata Motors passenger vehicles, very muted set. Sun TV, Max Healthcare, Glenmark Pharma, Siemens, Inox Wind will react to the Q2 announcements that have come out with. Also, remember, you saw a very large block deal as far as Sagility was concerned, over 17% equity changed hands. And Asian markets largely mixed. Gift Nifty, however, indicating a flat to mildly positive start for our markets today.
Okay, thanks so much for that. But let's move on and go across to Sudarshan, who's here to tell us which are the important cues in the world of F&O. Good morning, Sudarshan.
Good morning, Vinny. So the cues that we are getting from the F&O desk is indicating that FIs continue to build positions on the short side. As far as the global cues are concerned, it's not giving any direction. So the key question, will Nifty see profit booking at these levels or the levels around 26,000? That would be a key question. As far as Gift Nifty is concerned, it's indicating a start with the gain of around 50 to 60 points as of now. Look at the flows. In the cash market, we saw FI selling almost rupees 5,000 crore, while DIS bought almost rupees 8,500 crore, but you'll have to factor in the block deal of Sagility. Now, in the index futures too, FIs have sold more than rupees 1,870 crore, and now their longs exposure has reduced to 11%. Look at the short side. They have built positions. They have added more than 9,500 contracts. Now, in the options data, 26,000 and 25,800 call. Both these call options have seen an increase in the open interest. At the same time, premium for both these options has fallen. Even for the put, 25,700 put, increase in the open interest. But here also, premium has seen or has fallen as well. So support for Nifty, 25,780. That's a 20-day moving average. Resistance remains around 26,100. That's the 52-week high. For Nifty Bank, support would be now 58,000 and resistance around 58,620. Here also the record high. One stock that remains in the band is SAIL. I'll keep an eye on Tata Motors passenger vehicle. It has reported a very weak set of earnings. Even for the outlook for Q3 for JLR remains weak as well. And Vodafone Idea is near FPO price. That FPO price was 11 rupees per share. So keep an eye on that stock as well.
Okay, Sudarshan, thank you so much for that. We'll be surely keeping an eye out on the important data points that have come in the world of F&O. But on